This is the fourth number lecture of Laplace transformation. So in this video or in this lecture, we may discuss on the multiplication property and the division property and the Laplace of an integration. Okay. So see, first of all, what is the multiplication property? It is known as the that is lecture number. This is lecture number 4, and it is on multiplication property. In this property, you may see that f of Laplace of f of t is equal to what? F of s, isn't it? So Laplace of t f of t is equal to what? Minus d upon ds f of s. Okay. And see Laplace of t to the power n f of t will be equals to minus 1 to the power n dn and ds, and this is the nth derivative of f of s. Okay, nth derivative of f of s is the property of multiplication. Okay, the multiplication property. So see, there is two question. First is t square sin t and another is t e to the power minus t cos hyperbolic t, is it? So there is two question on multiplication property. See, here it is t square sin t, isn't it? First of all, by the property we need to find out the Laplace of f of t. This is a function of this Laplace. Okay, so we need to find the Laplace. Question is this. So see, Laplace of sin t is equal to what? 1 upon s square plus 1. Isn't it? And see, Laplace of t square sin t will be equals to what? Will be equals to, by the property is minus 1 square, just using the property, okay? And it will be what? d2, the second order derivative, isn't it? Second order derivative of sin t. Sin t, second order derivative of what? Second order derivative of Laplace of f of t. Laplace of t is what? 1 upon s square plus 1. So see, Laplace of t square sin t is equals to 1 square will be 1 minus 1 square will be 1. It will be d square ds2 d2s d2 upon ds2 will be equals to 1 upon s square plus 1 is the second order derivative. So Laplace of t square sin t will be equals to, first of all into first derivative this and then another one I will have to take another derivative. First of all, see, take another one derivative here. It will be s square plus 1, and if you go through this, will be by the division property, by u divided by g rule, it will be 1 minus 1 into, is the level of plus 11th and 12th level of derivation of derivatives, the 12th level derivatives, Laplace of t square, and here also 1 upon d upon dx, t square sin t will be equals to s square plus 1 whole square. Is the first 1 will be constant, it will be minus, and here it will be 2s minus 2s will be the limit. And we need to find the again the one derivative, t square sin t will be equals to take the derivative will be square plus 1 over 4, isn't it? And there will be what? If you take minus taken common from here, you see that we take so it will be s square plus 1 square ds minus s ds on s square plus 1 whole square, isn't it? Laplace of t square sin t will be equals to, will be s square plus 1 to the power 4. It will be s square plus 1 square minus s will be 2s square plus 1. Isn't it? 2s square plus 1 and will be 2s. If you take the first order derivative here, see, it will be 2 s square plus 1 and another again derivative of s square plus 1, it will be 2s. Then Laplace of t square sin t will be equals to, if you take common s square plus 1, it will be s square, taking 1 s square plus 1 common from here, it will be, if you take common from here, it will be s square plus 1 minus 2s square, isn't it? 4s square, it will be 4s square divided by s square plus 1 to the power 3. So Laplace of t square sin t will be s square plus 1 minus 4s square, and if you simplify it, then you see that the value of this will be 3 square minus 1, isn't it? 3 square minus 1, and here it is 2, isn't it? Here it is 2. I'm just forgot to write 2 here, so you need to multiply 2 here. So 2 multiply 2, and then you get the perfect answer. Okay, I'm just forgot to write 2 here. So multiply 2 with this full function, this full function, this full function, you get the answer here. It will be 2. Okay. So now go through this question. We already know, isn't it? So I want to remove it. We already know this formula. So if you don't know, first of all make a note from here. This formula, it will be able to you to solve this question. But also in this question we will go through two properties. First of all, you have to know the multiplication property, and then we need to know the first shifting theorem. Okay. Already first shifting theorem already discussed in the previous lecture. Okay. This lecture on multiplication property. See, there will be so here you see that how to get the Laplace of this function. So see, first of all you need to take the Laplace of cos hyperbolic t. Okay, see. So cos hyperbolic t, there is no form of cos hyperbolic t of Laplace transform direct indirect way. We need to go through the complex summation here. So cos hyperbolic t. So cos hyperbolic t will be equals to e to the power e to the power t plus e to the power minus t divided by 2. Okay. It is a form of cos hyperbolic t in a complex way. Okay. So hyperbolic, isn't it? So it will be Laplace of e to the power t plus e to the power minus t. If you take half common from it, there is no problem. So Laplace of e to the power t will be equals to 1 upon s minus 1, isn't it? And here it will be 1 upon s minus s plus 1, because here it is minus, and in formula it is Laplace of e to the power t equals to 1 upon s minus at. Here it is s minus a, and here is a is minus 1, so it will be plus 1. Okay, here is plus 1. That's it. We go through the Laplace of this function. So we need now go through that Laplace of t. If we take half common from here, we have 1 upon s minus 1. Okay. So to t. If we need to take the Laplace of t, 1 upon s minus 1 plus half Laplace of Laplace of t, 1 upon s plus 1, and then you have to multiply t also by using first shifting theorem. So see how you go through it. So the multiplication property, if you go through the multiplication property, it will be what? It will be minus d upon ds, minus d upon ds, 1 upon s minus 1 plus 1 by 2 minus d upon ds divided by s plus 1. So see here will be, we take minus common from here, minus half only, take minus common, from it will be minus half common from here, it will be 1 upon d ds of s minus 1 plus d ds of s plus 1 minus 1 by 2. If we go to the differentiation, it will be s minus 1 whole square, s minus 1, and differentiation 1 will be there, it will be minus 1 only, isn't it? It will be plus 1 by 2. And if we go through here, It will be, again it will be plus, isn't it? Minus here. It's already minus, isn't it? It's already minus. If you take, if you multiply with half, it will be plus half. It will be 1 upon s plus 1 whole square. If you derivative this, if you take a derivative of this, it will be s square plus 1. And if you take u by d rule, you get this function. Okay, you get this function. You also there here, isn't it? So now here we will find the Laplace of this question is taken into three parts. First of all, this part. Second of all, second we take this part, isn't it? And third to take the first efficient theorem. First efficient theorem. So it will be Laplace of t to the power minus t cos hyperbolic t. So first efficient theorem already discussed in previous video. It is Laplace of e to the power 8t f of t is equals to f of s minus a, isn't it? It is small f. F of s minus a. Then so see, the first thing here. So it will be here 1 upon 2, 1 upon s minus 1, isn't it? It will be s plus 1, s plus 1 minus 1 whole square. Let's have 1 upon s plus 1 plus 1 by whole square. But this is by using first shifting theorem, okay? By using the first shifting theorem. Got it? And after simplifying, you get this answer. Okay? After simplifying this from the last step, you get this answer. Okay?